Welcome back to my channel. I want to show you what I call my green garden window. I know some people have the organic wall, but I call this one my garden window, and it's because it's my full display of what I have in part of my sunroom. And as you can see, I'm doing this video because two of my hibiscus, I believe they're my Hawaiian hibiscus, opened at the same time. It's usually just this one right here, but this one is finally taking hold, and it's actually bigger than the other one. This is my Hawaiian hibiscus, and it's beautiful. Look at it before the light's gonna come on any second now. These lights, these grow lights, it's about time. It's getting dark outside, but there they are. But I want to show you my garden window, my green garden window. And as you can see here in the display, this is my mango plant right here. Huge and beautiful, going straight down. And then these, this one right here is my avocado. It died down, but it's coming back. This is it. And since it's so small, I have another mango plant inside. This one right here, if you can, I'm shaking it, that one is there. If I move this thing to the side, I don't want to take anything out, they just fit in so perfectly right now. But there is another mango. That's it right there. That's the one I'm following. And this is the large one I was showing you before. This one to the stem down, that's that. And then I have, of course, my beautiful hibiscus plant here, and I have these that are inside. What is it called? If you can follow the name. I'm horrendous with names, horrible with names. But this one right here is this. What is this? I will say Dipladenia. Okay, so those are those plants right there. These little stringy ones right here. I put them inside. They are annuals where I live in the Northeast, but they're actually grown. I put them in with my hibiscus finally, and they are finally growing. So that's them. Go all the way up. And of course, I use these things to hold the plants. They're all over my sunroom. You can see them. That one right there. They're all over the sunroom. Right there, but they're doing their job. I'm not quite sure what this is. I call it my little yucca A. I'm, as I said, I'm horrible with names, but I have this big one here. I did a video on this one right here, and it's growing. So I call this the little one because, of course, remember, it has that growth right there. It resembles what I did to the big one, the big plant. And I have some, if you notice, I have some vincas in between. There's some vincas and this plant right here, but they actually reproduce because there they are right there. And there goes my light, guys, that came on. So this is what I have here. And this is my actual yucca plant, this big one right here. I need to remove that leaf right there. But I remember I did cut this and repotted it. So this is the bottom stem, of course, and then the top part, which I kept. And as you can see, and there is that first one I showed you, and then there's a second one right here too, another one like that one. I call it my little yucca. I'm not quite sure the names are, as I said, and it's the same thing as the other one. This one though is doing much better than that one. This one is putting out so many different buds all over the place. Look at that. Okay, and then that's the original part of it, but I cut it down, kept part of the bottom stem, and put the top part back into the ground, into the soil. It is growing. I did the same thing for this one right here. Remember, the funny thing I said in that video was the fact that this one grew, but the bottom stem did not actually flower. Cut the light off of it some. The bottom stem didn't actually flower, not flower, but bud. But the bud came out of the side of the, if I can focus, the top plant. So I'm still waiting on the bottom part to actually produce some buds. But look at that beautiful bud coming from the side of the big one, the top part of it. And then there is my, I think it's my spider plant. Okay, there it is, and it's spreading all over the place. I keep cutting this thing down, but that's my spider against my window. And then, of course, you cannot forget my other hibiscus, my Hawaiian hibiscus. There it is. And I also have that, what's it called again? Dipladenia plant inside. As you can see, I did transplant 2 hibiscus in here too, as you can see. They struggled at first to survive because I didn't have the lights on yet on them. But as you can see, even this small one right here is now coming back. It has a lot of flowers on it, flower buds on it, so it's coming back. And then that beautiful one right there, and this is why I bought them in the first place, was that white one. And this white with little yellow on the tips, but that it is so beautiful. In this does not do it justice, but that is it right there. And then I do have some other plants. I have this one right here. Again, this is my mandarin plant. This is my mandarin, and it's big. I'm hoping that it will flower. When I got it, guys, it was no bigger than a stem, no bigger than that thing right there. And I will say this part right here, that's how big it was when it came. And this thing, if I step back some, it is huge. That is it. It is huge. And then I have another house plant right here, which is growing all over the place. I don't think it's meant for this intense grow light, because as you can see, the ones under the grow light tend to burn, but the other ones are fine. And then the others grew over the top, and they're fine on top of this on top of the grow light. So they're doing really well that way. But this is it, and that's the house plant right there. Yes, that flag there belonged to my father-in-law that died years ago. I left it in there because he loved to put his flag out every morning, so this is a good way to remember him. And then this thing right here is my house plant. It's very tall. Let me go back. Do you see it? It's hard to see. This one right here, it's mixed in there, 2 of them. One right there, and then the other part is right here. It's hard to see, but it's right here. Moving the light. So if you can go down, that is it. That is, you see those 2 skinny stems? One here, and then the other one over there. That's that plant right there, if you couldn't see it. So there are 2 of them. If I push back right now, there are 2 of them. One on the left and one on the right, mixing with the light. These things are tall. They're taller than I am right now. So they are the tip. The tip of this right now is probably about 6 feet right now. So that's where they are. And then, of course, I have my Callias mixes, which I was cutting and trying to propagate. And this one is flowering. Isn't that beautiful, guys? Isn't it something when you walk into your house and still see flowers? Isn't that beautiful, that purple flowers? That's what it's producing right now. It is beautiful. I'm going to cut it off. You have to cut them down so more and more flowers will grow, but that is it right there. And then I have some vincas in here and stuff. I'm trying to get seeds from this plant. Vincas, I have marigolds in here. It's hard to see because some of them are dying too. And I have vincas, marigold, and Callias mixes mixed in this pot. Yes, guys, as I step back, this is my green garden, my green plant window. And as you can see, I have a canopy on this side. It's very thick, very thick. That poor plant at the top doesn't know what to do with itself because it's very thick. It's a very thick canopy of stuff over there. And then I have, of course, a couple mango plants over here with my avocado that's actually coming back. I thought that plant was dead, but it's coming back. And then there that is. And then I have, so it's a mixture of my fruit plants with my house plants, as you can see, my house plants, and the annuals that were only supposed to last 1 season here where I live, and they're actually blooming through the winter. So that's really great. So this is what was created from, you know, my mixture, this green window here, and I think it looks beautiful. And to maintain that green window, though, of course I have to water my plants and fertilize them, but I also need to make sure they have enough light because this thing is actually it's filled with plants. And so when you look at it, I have this light source, these 2 light sources over here, well actually 3. That major one on top, and then I have two other round ones, smaller ones, that feeds the plants at different levels. And then I have this major one over here, because I said to you I have plants underneath, and then I have the mandarin tree that needs that light, and then I have this light source here that goes towards the Coleus mixes at the bottom. So this is what I have, and this is what my green, my green window looks like. It's just beautiful, guys. It's just simply beautiful, and I cannot hold it or take a picture clear enough to make you see how beautiful these plants look. And the fact that I'm trying now to get my Coleus to be placed in the pots, and they're actually coming back. That thing, as you can see, look at that. It's growing, it's putting out new stems. So this is going to be a beautiful pink one. I can't wait for it to get pink and show those pink colors in the basket, and to just give us a splash of pink to all of these greens. And then I have, of course, this one down here, as I showed before, and that one is coming in with its type of burgundy red. So I can't wait for that, and to have these come in. And I'm hoping, really hoping, that what are these things called again? The dipladenias come in and show their flowers. I think one of them is definitely white, but I'm not quite sure what the other one is. I had three. I threw one away by mistake. So that's what I have there. And this is my green window, and so it is just absolutely beautiful. But it can be maintained at any time and any place, anywhere. You just need those lights and ways to situate your plant to get these things accomplished. But have a good one, guys, and I hope you enjoyed what you see, because I'm telling you, this thing is absolutely beautiful. Bye, guys.